Hi, welcome to video one. It's been 4 months since my breakup. I think it's been 4 months and like a week, 2 weeks. I don't know. And I am slowly going into the acceptance phase, which is weird considering I'm the one who broke up. Um, Avoidance issues, which I've also realized like a week or two ago, which has made me go into the acceptance stage. Um, but just because I'm getting into the acceptance stage doesn't mean that I don't still miss him. Because he was the best thing that happened to me. And then my life got really overwhelming. I do believe that we came into each other's lives at the exact right moment, and like we really helped each other and like lift each other and like kind of helped each other out of the gutter or something. Like the people we were right before we started dating is so different from right now, purely because we're doing better mentally, um, and stuff. And then we also broke up right at the right moment. So he's doing a lot better now, because he kind of got stuck in his ways, and now he's living his life. And I'm very proud of him. And honestly, I hope he gets everything that he wants in life, and I hope I won't be around to see it, because it stinks. But okay, generally, I'm his biggest supporter from a really far distance, and I know that he is it as well, of me. So that's nice. Um, but yeah, for me, a lot like I needed to lose the love of my life to realize some bad coping mechanisms that I have, and that like the coping mechanisms that I have are actively ruining my life very clearly. I've ruined a good relationship because of it. Because genuinely, like we still have so much love for each other, but just in the sense, like, how do I say this? We have so much love for each other that we want each other to try, to thrive and everything. And I think actually there's been this quote of that like a partner said to somebody. I think I saw it on TikTok where like a partner said to a partner of I rather want you to thrive and to improve without me in my life, in your life, than be stuck with me or something. And I think that's also kind of what sums up what we have. Like we have so much support and appreciation for each other, and even like because yeah, I wasn't because like the breakup it was like very much like an avoidant and attachment, no, avoidant and anxious attachment, like the kind of battle thing. Not even a battle thing. Like I think he, looking back on it, he was a lot more secure because he also like because we called because when we broke up I was in England actually. That's I'll get to that. But then he was because he was here in the Netherlands. I was in England, and then he also was like, yeah, I'm anxious, but I'm like leaving you be, like I won't text you and everything because I know like you have a lot of stuff going on, and still it was a lot for me. Not him texting, but well, just everything. Oh my god. But I was just too avoidant and like already going down the spiral. So it's been a hard wake up call, also because I didn't realize it until 4 months later. But to be fair, so I was for 4 months in England from September till February. Um, End of September till the 1st of February. And we broke up on like the 17th of November. Um, And if you ever think about doing your like an exchange or like an Erasmus or something for a couple of months and you're mentally ill and you have derealization, yeah, maybe don't. I know we girlies are like, okay, live your life besides your mental health, like illness and stuff. And clearly it's been a really good wake up call, but also wasn't the greatest. And definitely made my mental health worse. And I'm so tired now of just trying new things. But probably also the breakup stuff. Um, I'm getting distracted. No, my train of thoughts. Anyways, and so ah, uh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody loses their train of thoughts at all times. Um, but yeah, so I was for 4 months in England, and then halfway through we broke up. So that's also like for the last 2 months, we didn't really see each other. We could only call like for once a week because we just couldn't find a time. Like he had either work on the days that I was free, or I had like social events on the days that he was free. Um, and like looking back, like okay, we should have maybe called and like the afternoon and stuff. But also I was exhausted. I was so exhausted of everything going on. Um, so yeah, that's the thing. And then in the 2 months that I was still in England and we were not together, hated England, but also like the breakup was sometimes hitting me, but not as hard as it was hitting me once I got home. Because also we were living together basically when we were both in the Netherlands. Like he would come over to my place every single evening. So now it's been very hard. So that's also why I miss him. Like every single night, or like when I wake up, that's like when I miss him the most, because that's when he would always be here. And I don't know, like my brain has not stopped thinking about him yet. Like even when I was in England, I would think about him at least once every single day. Um, so fun. And yeah, so on February 1st, since he had still had some stuff and actually my keys to my place, saw him with my parents, most awkward thing ever. And then I'm actually, I'm thinking a little bit longer. Like we do the same studying, except he is 1 year below me, but I'm taking some delay. So like I'm graduating half a year later. So currently I'm sharing classes with his class basically. There are a couple of like my friends as well, in the sense of one who sometimes also doesn't show up, and then in the other class there are maybe like 4 or 5, a majority of them also don't show up. So that's so fun. That's so great. So nice. Um, so I'm in a class with all of his classmates and like majority of his friends and stuff, and also his new girlfriend. Ooh, that made me crush out. Yeah. So we share 2 classes together. One of them, that's mostly just lectures and stuff, so we kind of just don't. We never interact or anything. We just kind of we barely acknowledge that we exist. It's really weird. Because we say hi to each other in the hallway, just not in class. And then in the other class, which thank God I only have every other week, it's actually we're in a group together. We don't have to work together outside of class. We just have to sit next to each other in class, which is fine. It was really awkward the first couple of times, but then we talked it out. However, that class was happening for the first time like 2 weeks after I saw him or I came home, which was one day before Valentine's Day, February 13. Yeah. I gave him back some of his stuff because I still had that. And then his new girlfriend came. In the sense of she came up to us and then was like, oh hi, and like very quickly left. And then he was like, oh yeah, I should probably tell you. We're officially like we're dating, like officially. And I was like, what? May or may not have told him that there was like an English guy at my apartment because I've had some rebounds, but I also very explicitly said that that was not official. About the rebounds to friends at the time, but so I'm so rambling on. This is what happens when you don't really talk to anybody all day long. It's 11:30 a.m. But yeah, so discovered that he had a new girlfriend already after like 2.5 months. That made me crush the fuck out. Until 2 weeks later, we properly talked and like we talked about, and then I was like, okay, that's alright. Then I was crushing out again. Then I was still not very happy. But then I realized about my avoidant attachment. Because a friend asked me like, hey, how are you doing? I'm like worried about you. And like I was actively stressing that night. I was actively going through it that night. You know what I responded to her? Yeah, I'm alright. Mind you, I was also having like just a reaction to her asking me how I was. And it's like, this is my friend. She like this is my a very good friend of mine. And it's like, why am I having this reaction to my very good friend? So that made me think very, very hard. And that made me that made everything fall into place. Like, oh my god, I'm so worried about if people still like me, if I'm sad, or like if I have all of these emotional things, that I will just lie. I will minimize my emotions in relationships. Like I have such difficulties talking about it. And then when I'm actually very overwhelmed in life, I will just ignore those. I will avoid those who can see right through me, which is then obviously my partner, because like they're the people I'm the most open with, and especially like because we live together. You share your entire life together. Now, at some point, we became very bad and actually talking about like emotions stuff. Also, because yet again, I was minimizing my emotions, or maybe not minimizing them, but I wasn't not giving it space in the relationship unless I was actively like boiling over, and that's not very a good thing to do. Fun fact. And so, losing my train of thought again. That's fine. Everything is fine. And what? Oh yeah, I was talking about avoiding things. So yeah, that made it all fall into place, and like. So then I was absolutely going through it again. No. I've been getting TikToks about like, oh my god, Mercury is in retrograde, Venus is in retrograde, every single fucking planet is on the retrograde. If your ex doesn't text you back before April something, the karmic cycle is over. You two do not have any unresolved business. It's healed. But if your ex does text back, so I took that personal, I texted him. Okay, that's a lie. I was not listening to the TikToks. I was tempted to like send it to him because I was like, that's funny. But then I was like, we're broken up. We're not in a position to do that anymore. So I did make a TikTok like saved folder with like, oh, TikToks I would send to you. And eventually I'll just delete that and be like, girl. But yeah, so some evening I was going through it, and I've been recording some voice messages. Not to send to him, but just so I wouldn't send him anything. Except I was just crying, and I was like, what if I just send this to him? What if I'm just gonna be pathetic? So then I recorded one where I'm actually sobbing and everything is like so messy. And then I recorded one right after that, which is a lot more structured. It's 20 minutes long. I love to yap. Clearly. He knows that. I was always yapping to him. Also, this video will know it. I'm still yapping on. It's because I don't talk enough to other people in my life. And so yeah, I sent it on Sunday. Then he sent me a voice message back on Monday evening, which I didn't see until Tuesday morning, which was right before I needed to leave for the class that we have together. But it was so nice. I don't know. He was also just like, yeah, I've been doing very better, but I don't think you want to hear about it, and you're so my bestie. And also just about how, I don't know, he said like, yeah, it's like, I realized some things also already during the breakup, but I didn't want to tell you because it would be like putting blame on you. And it's kind of funny almost, because maybe I was blaming him a little bit during the breakup. Don't know why in my head. I'm not sure how much I actually told him. but I was not reflecting enough to see where the fuck I was coming from, what the fuck I was doing, because I was like, oh well, no, like the anxious people don't have anything in common. I was like, girl, this wasn't a problem several months ago. What the fuck is wrong with you? I should have looked in the mirror more. But okay, you know, we realized it now. So he sent this very nice voice message back. Made me cry, obviously, but it wasn't bad tears. It was like, you know how like joy and sadness come together in Inside Out at the end? Yeah, it was kind of like that. And ever since then, been doing better. What's that, 2 days ago? Yeah. But I'm not, I feel like I have energy again a little bit to do things. And that's also what I mean with like I'm going into the acceptance stage, because like I'm a delusional bitch. All of these videos are just gonna show like, yeah, I have some red flags. But anyways, I'm a delusional bitch, and I was like, well, the new girlfriend is really similar to me. What if they break up? And very clearly with the message like, no, they're not. And I'm very happy for them, and I wish them all the best. Genuinely, I wish them nothing but happiness and peace and everything, and like hope they're very happy. I just do not want to see it. I do not want to see it. Absolutely not. They can take that far away from me, because it stinks. It hurts. Yeah. So also I saw them yesterday. They didn't see me, but I saw them. It's cool. Oh my god. And like walking away together, and then I was like, oh, this hurts, and then I cried a little bit. And then also I was still in the evenings now, and also in the mornings. I just miss him. Cause, well, it was good together. I messed up. It's on me. I'm working on it though. But yeah, so I still miss him, and it's also like in the daytime, like I'm very much realizing now how little hobbies I have, how much time school has taken up on me, and also like how much time I spent just talking with people. It's like, oh my god, what's my hobbies? I'm like, girl, I think you need to have a hobby that doesn't include other people. Or The Sims. Because you also don't play The Sims that much. So, this is a whole 20-minute video just to explain that I want to record myself learning or like doing more hobbies and stuff and like rediscovering myself. Because like, for my entire life, I've been so focused on just making myself feel okay that usually I would just end up scrolling through like Tumblr or Pinterest or Twitter or something or YouTube. And I need to have some actual hobbies. Also because my attention span has declined so much. So we're gonna make this little YouTube channel just to save all the videos and everything. And then also, yeah, maybe record myself doing some hobbies. I want to get back into sewing because I picked it up last year and I found it really fun. I just had no idea what to actually make. But there's so many clothing that I actually do still want. I'm just like, no, I have too much in my clothing closet. But like, if I just make my own clothes, then it feels rewarding, and it was so much fun to do. Besides when the sewing machine wasn't working, it was also sometimes very frustrating, but it was so much fun to do. And then also I want to get back into reading, which I've been doing. I'm currently reading this one, which yes, not fiction. Well, it's non-fiction, so, but it's, yeah, that's the whole name. Anyways, this has also been helping me very, very well. Very much recommended. I'm not halfway through, but like I think I'm on page 80 or something. Very nice. Also very easy to read, because that's also my thing. English is my third language, and I've started reading Pride and Prejudice 3 years ago or something, or 4 years ago, and that was so difficult. And now, like also in England, I realized how the English language is constantly still quite a level up of what I can do. So I just want to get back more into reading and also more difficult books, because you know, I want to be a girly who can read like Pride and Prejudice and like Charlotte Bronte or whatever, like Jane Eyre, or Wuthering Heights. I want to be a girly who can do that. Okay, I want to learn, read the English literature. And I saw like a Tumblr post or whatever being like, yeah, Could I read Shakespeare in high school? No, but I wanted to be a person who could read Shakespeare in high school, so I just forced myself, and now I can read Shakespeare, and I'm enjoying it. So that's also my spirit when it comes to that. And then also maybe pick up some baking. I think that would be very nice. I only have an air fryer, so I have to make some things that are only available in the air fryer. But I think that could be fun on a Wednesday, because on Wednesday, like, I have this one class called Trends and Transitions, and we're currently like researching about Gaza and stuff, and I'm always tired on Wednesday. I'm always just kind of like through it on Wednesday. So I think if I then do a physical activity like baking, that will be very, very nice. Maybe pick up some painting, but like that's the thing with like painting and stuff. It adds a lot of creativity and like ideas. So maybe I should buy like a coloring book and just paint in that, or like color in that. But then maybe it's not as engaging. I don't know. We're gonna figure out. We're gonna fill my life with hobbies, and then also hopefully I have some more motivation to do actually my schoolwork, because I've been neglecting that, babes. I've been neglecting that because I was this sad, and it's like, okay, I think we've scrolled enough to Pinterest. I think we need to stop fantasizing about our lives and living our lives. So, yeah, welcome to these way too long videos that are just about me. It's just about me like recording my process and also kind of reminding myself to actually do it. Cause yeah, that's a bad habit to like to say like, oh, I'm gonna do this, but then you just kind of get caught up in the things. So yeah, this is just for me. Maybe I posted some other, like I recorded some other small video diaries that are way too honest and name dropping and everything. Maybe I'll post them on here as well, because I mean, who's gonna see it anyways? And then this is just kind of like a visual diary or something. Because don't worry, I have my written diary. However, it is very emotional, and I only like I write in this when I need to figure something out emotionally, or like need to kind of update things. This is just for fun, for keeping track of my life, and it's not as fake as Instagram. I realized that my main Instagram account is very fake. In the sense of everybody told me like, oh my god, but you went to England, and like it seemed so nice, like such pretty pictures, and I'm like, I hated it there. To be fair, we went to Peak District, and I posted pictures of Peak District, and including like Pride and Prejudice, like the estate and stuff. So obviously it looked really good. I was there in the car with my parents though, so that was also weird. Yeah, so it's time to get our life back together, babes. 4 months after a breakup. But to be fair, I feel like this is a quite realistic timeline. And then also, I can kind of use this as how I am feeling, how I'm looking, what I'm doing. Who knows? Because I have so much time on my hands now. Oh, also I'm waiting for a phone call for a job. So that will also be nice to actually be out of my house more, because I only have like 6 to 8 hours of class every single week, and then a lot of self-study hours. I'm not very good at self-study hours, but I do need to go out of the house. So I applied for a job. And it's also like 15 minutes biking, but I think that's fine. Well, 12 minutes. I'm rambling on. Okay. Love y'all. Bye bye.